Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here with some more Friday Night Magic. Today I'm going to be playing the Swords of the Samurai deck. It's Saturday, don't remind me. I'm bad at time management, I'm fully aware. Friday Night Magic here with Force. This opening hand is pretty terrible because we've got 3 mountains, so let's go ahead and draw a new hand. Okay. Well, I guess we keep it. I mean, I don't want to go down to 6 really, so we're going to open up with our Steel Shaper's Gift. Let's just search our library for an equipment, put it in our hand, and we're going to go with the, let's go with, I mean, this is the most OP card of them all, so, although, you know, come to think of it, it's a sorcery, okay. I was going to say, maybe I should have played it during my opponent's turn after I saw what mana they were throwing down in case I wanted one of the swords instead, but this card is pretty game-breaking. It's just an amazing card. It's an unbelievable card. So I'm going to do a quick peek at it, just show you guys what this thing's all about. All right, whenever this equipment deals combat damage, whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, I get to put 2 charge counters on Jitte, and then, which I can't pronounce for the life of me. And then I can remove a charge counter to choose one, either pump up my equipped creature, give target creature -1/-1, or gain 2 life. It's so good. The card is so good. Basically, after you deal your first damage, the creature and the charge counters on this thing just make it unbelievably strong. And next turn, this is going to be happening. So next turn, we're going to be able to put this on our Blade Master, which has got First Strike and Bushido 1. Also, another thing, this deck is all about Bushido. Bushido basically means when this creature is blocked or becomes blocked, it gets pumped up based on the Bushido number for it. So basically, if I attack with his 2/2, my opponent blocks with a 2/2, he gets pumped up +1 for Bushido 1, turning him into a 3/3, which means, of course, my creature would win that exchange. In fact, even if it was matched up, because it's got First Strike, it would win that exchange anyways. But anywho, let's see what he's got going on here. He's going to play a Grazing Glade Heart. It's a 2/2. It's got Landfall, so whenever a land enters the battlefield under his control, it gets 2 life. Plays the land, gets a 2 life. That's fine. Things are going to start going very well for me very soon, so long as this creature lives more than a couple turns. All right, we're going to throw the Jitte. Yep, we're going to use those 2. And then with our, yeah, nothing else actually. We'll just attack. We'll attack for 2 now. Attack for 2. So let's see if he chooses to block or not. Does not choose to block. All right. So now damage was done. 2 counters get put on him. So right now I can go -2/-2 to his creature, or I can pump this guy up a ton. I can do it however I want, and whenever I want as well. I can do it during his turn. So let's see what's gonna happen. In fact, I probably will. Oh, I should have done that before all that happened. Oh, no, I'm going to kill that, actually. So we're going to go ahead and do this, -1/-1. And then we're going to do it again, -1/-1, killing off his creature. Because we don't want that thing to stay in play. Very, 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 very beneficial to him, so we do not want it to stay in play. During his attack phase, let's see, he's going to attack because he wouldn't be blocking anyways. And what I will probably do is attack and then kill that off. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get a lot of damage here. Okay, so now we get the Glory of Warfare in play, which pumps up our, or we could put him in play first, because we can, that's gonna allow us to get in our equipment on our creature, plus it'll be a 4/4 in play. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna put him in play. Next turn we can get an equipment out and put it on this creature, which will be amazing. We're gonna attack him for 2. And then when that damage goes through, we're going to kill off his 2/2 so he stops gaining life from Force coming into play. So we're going to do that before his turn, actually, so he doesn't gain any more life. I don't anticipate that he'll be playing another one of the Moldayas, which we would want to kill if he would. I don't... Chances are he doesn't have another one. He certainly could, but chances are that he doesn't, so... And then with the Blade Master here, I'm probably going to do this and put equipment on him, making... Okay, of course he gets another chant. Oh, and oh my gosh, he can take advantage of it. That really sucks, actually.
Well, this is rather interesting, actually.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Glory to Warfare, and instead of equipping this guy, I'm gonna attack with both of these dudes, and then we're gonna kill that thing. Okay, so we're gonna go into combat phase. We're going to swing here with all of this. Let's see if he even blocks himself, actually. Chooses not to block, okay. Damage goes through. Counters get on this guy. And then I am going to kill off his creature. And then the turn goes over to him. Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm going to save my 2 mana so that I can activate this during his turn if... Well, I will, but I just want to see exactly what I'm going to do. He's going to search with an Explorer. So what he's doing, if you're wondering what's going on, his deck is all about land ramp until he can afford to get a huge creature in play. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to even be afforded that opportunity. Right now we're going to search through for another equipment, throw it onto our creature. We could get that in play. We could get the sword, which would allow us to deal additional damage. Let's get the Sword of War and Peace. I'm going to go with this one. I'm gonna throw it on this guy. Damage based on the cards in hand, and then that's basically gonna be it. All right, so we're gonna swing right now, unless he's got something funny up his sleeves here. This is fatal damage, and there we go. Jitte procs, get the counters. We could even use it to pump it up more, but obviously that's unnecessary. Game number 1 is a win. Our second game against Florida Guy. Florida Guy, the guy from Florida. It's guy from Florida, you guys know him, right? Florida Guy, 767? I don't know. This hand would be amazing if I had a bunch of lands in it as well, but then that means you wouldn't have as many cards. We're gonna draw a new hand. Yuck, 3 lightning helixes. This is nice, that's nice. Maybe we'll draw red? Sure, let's keep the hand. Let's keep the hand. Maybe we'll draw red. Who knows? I don't know. Do you guys know? I don't know. I have no idea. Opponent plays a red land. Uh-oh. I guess that means there's a chance my creatures are going to start getting burnt right in the face. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, well, this is obvious. We're just going Devoted Retainer. So there's that 1/1 Bushido 1. We've got our Kitsune Blade Master. Butchering these words. We've got the Blade Master, that's what I'll call him. I know that one. First Strike Bushido 1. Playing the blue-red deck, this is actually of great concern because he's got burned for our creatures, like there's no doubt about it. So I'm gonna need to get some stuff in play. ASAP. We're gonna need to get some stuff in play. ASAP. We're gonna swing for 1. But basically what I'm saying is that we need some equipment in play to pump up our creatures. I specifically need the Sword of Fire Ice to give a creature protection from red, and then that thing's just gonna be a huge baller that the opponent's not gonna be able to do anything about. He can't even bounce it because a Sword of Fire Ice is protection from blue and red, so he can't bounce, he can't burn. Creature will be fine unless he's got mass removal. So yeah, there you go. All right. Alright, let's go ahead and swing with these 2 before we play the Blade Master. Got these 3 lightning helixes in hand. I had to take this hand though, I didn't want to go down to 6. And the lightning helixes may come into great play in the not too distant future. We're going to play the Blade Master. Uh-oh, here's a counter spell. Remand. Counter spell, it goes back to the player's hand. And then he also gets to draw a card with Remand. So it's basically just a delay spell. He delays the process. But you know what, though? Him playing that leads me to believe he does not have mass damage. Because if he had mass damage, like damage across the board, then he wouldn't have Remanded it. He would have let it stay in play. Okay, so he did have... Maybe he must have just drawn into this. He must have just drawn into that. Because otherwise, it would have been more beneficial for this thing to be in play and die. You know? But I can't not play anything. I can't just sit around with my hands in my pockets. So we're gonna keep at it. We just gotta keep at it. And I just really need that Sword of Fire Ice. That's what it all comes down to. There's an Electrolyze, 2 damage to my creature's dead. And again, I'm just sitting here with my hands in my pocket. I said I can't do it, but I have no choice now. My hands are in my pocket. We've got 9 damage in our hand, mind you. He's at 15, so we just need to push through a little bit more damage. There's the Steel Shaper's Gift. That's exactly what I needed on one of my creatures. We are getting the Sword of Fire and Ice, so that the next creature that comes into play, we can equip it with the Sword of Fire Ice. We're gonna play it now when he's tapped out of blue. That way, again, if we can get a creature in play and equip it before he's able to burn it, if he doesn't have any instant burn, then that creature is a-okay. Now, you might have said, well, why don't you just wait for the Sword of Fire Ice? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, there's only one of them in the deck out of, you know, this is a game where you can have 4 copies of any card in the deck. And the Steel Shaper's Gift, I think there's only 2 of in the deck, so me just waiting on that possibility wasn't super high. There's another Swords. Unfortunately, though, we need a creature to put this stuff on, and we're holding onto our Lightning Helixes to burn his creatures, so not gonna play any of those right now. Oh my gosh. My gosh! If only I had the foresight to see that Steel Shaper's Gift was coming. I could have held onto a creature, got the Sword of Fire Ice, played it on the... It just would have been amazing. And now what he's gonna do is he's just gonna sit around and play nothing and wait for me to try to play creatures so he can counterspell. Okay, so here it is. So there's a counterspell. He's gonna play this, it gets pumped up based on the number of whatever the counters, so it's gonna become a 3/3. And then we're gonna burn it so that he can't hit us with that. I've got plenty of creatures in the deck. I need to try. I can't not try. I can't just sit on these cards forever, so. You could argue wait till he taps out, but if he's even remotely smart, he will not tap out. He will leave his mana untapped and wait, because he knows that if I get this on a creature, he's screwed. Okay, so he's actually gonna start, he's gonna Charmbreaker Devil. So basically I need to draw into a creature right now. Actually, I can kill the Charmbreaker Devil, so never mind. And I will, because this card is unbelievably good. At the beginning of his upkeep, he gets to pull an instant or sorcery from his graveyard to his hand. Whenever he plays an instant or sorcery, this card gets +4/+0 until end of turn. He will kill me, like, instantly if I let this thing stay in play, so. This thing needs to die. Now, I could play this creature, but I can't even equip it right away. So we're gonna just get rid of the Charmbreaker Devil right now. Throw both of these on it. We'll gain a bunch of life. That thing will die. Again, he's gonna be pulling instant or sorceries from his graveyard every upkeep. I can't let that happen. The card would completely screw me. He'd be getting all his counterspells back, he'd be getting all his burn back. Like, can't let that happen at all. So, kinda had to do that. Alright, if we draw a low drop creature, we didn't, so we're just gonna try to play our high drop creature. It's probably gonna get counterspelled and or burned. Alright, no counterspell, but again, I can't equip this yet. I have to wait till next turn, so now he's got a turn to burn it. He's just gotta do 4 damage. He's got plenty of mana if he's got any X damage spells. Like, there's lots of variations of it, like 1 red, X damage to a creature or player. He's gonna Volcanic Geyser. This is 2 red, X damage to a creature or player. He's gonna do it for 4 to my creature. There you go. This is just, it's a nice back and forth between us, huh? It's cute. No, it's not. It's infuriating. Alright. Okay, here's a low drop creature. This is our chance, potentially. Alright, no counterspell. Let's see if he burns it before this gets equipped. Let's see if he burns it in response. No, he does not. That is pretty big. He would have to, this is pretty big. It's got protection from blue and protection from red. He would need, I don't think he can, actually, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if he's got anything up his sleeve. Now, what does the sword do? Besides protection from blue and red, it gives it +2/+2, and it makes it, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it deals 2 damage to our creature or player, and I get to draw a card. Alright, he's gonna Reigns of Power. He's stealing my creature. It's only until end of turn, but it's still pretty big. He's gonna Browbeat. So he draws cards unless I take damage. I'm gonna take the damage so that he doesn't draw the cards. He's gonna then hit me for 3, deal 2 damage to me, and draw a card. He just gets it till the end of turn, so it's not the end of the world. I don't obviously like taking that damage, and I don't like him drawing a card, but remember. Oh, I get to choose it. Lol. Alright, I'm gonna choose to do the damage to Florida guy. Because why would I want to take that damage? That's funny, because I still own it. And I still draw the card. I don't think... I didn't, and I don't think he anticipated that that's how that was gonna play out. Alright, we can pump it up, give it +3/+1, or we could just put the other sword on it. The other sword would... You take it a yeah, I'm gonna put this guy on it. So we're gonna throw down this equipment. And then we're going to equip it on him. It's gonna give my creature +3/+1 for additional damage. Okay, doesn't matter what mana we tap there. Alright, so that's now it's a 6/5. We're gonna get 2 more damage from the Sword of Fire Ice. We're gonna draw a card from the Sword of Fire Ice. Players, Florida guy. Draw a card, alright. And yeah, this is pretty much, like, this is what I was talking about. I don't think that's, he can't target my, it's protection from red. So it doesn't matter. He's just gonna burn me with it? Yeah, he's just burning me with it. Okay, so he's just trying to Zerg me down, but it doesn't really matter because obviously next turn he loses. Like I predicted, if I can get a creature in play with a Sword of Fire Ice on it, that's pretty much the game. And what happened? I got a creature in play, we put a Sword of Fire Ice on it, and then the game ended. It was a pretty intense back and forth up until that point, though, with my creatures being removed and counterspelled and all sorts of shenanigans. But as you can see, at the end of the day, we reign victorious. And our third and final game is against Wanted, Dead or Alive, Bon Jovi. No, that's probably not who it is. That's a guess. It's probably not Bon Jovi. I don't know if Bon Jovi would use elite speak. Let's draw a new hand. We only have 1 red there. Ugh, God, this hand isn't much better. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. Let's keep the hand we get to play first. Let's start off with the Devoted Retainer. Please wear your retainer at night. It's gonna fix your teeth. I remember my friends, when I was a kid, I feel like all my friends had retainers. I was blessed with a perfect pair of teeth, but all my friends had retainers, and I just remember sleeping over their house and like every night their mom's like, make sure you wear your retainer. And I know, Mom, God. I know, Mom, God. All right, let's throw down the flying creature or the 1/2. Oh, what the hell? The hell is going on there? We're gonna throw down the flying creature. My game's crapping out. So I desperately need 2 more mana, one of which needs to be red. Glory of Warfare is a glorious card, and if I could play it, I'd be very happy. So we need to draw into some mana. The deck is running 24 lands. It's a even split, I think, of 12-12. 12 white, 12 red. Might want to shift that. Nah, I think that's actually decent. All right, so our Bushido 1 is going to help us out tremendously here, because if he blocks with his creature dies. His creature dies, that's right. Pretty huge, pretty huge, pretty huge, pretty huge. Or we could wait. Yippers. I think he might take the 2 here, thinking that he can just swing me. Yeah, watch this. We're gonna swing. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna take the 2, because if he knows if he blocks this, his creature dies. And this is only 2 damage, whereas he can do. Oh wow, he's really blocking it. I did not anticipate that. Okay, I really didn't think he was gonna block it, because if I were in that situation, I probably wouldn't have blocked it. Because I'm like, okay, I take 2 damage, I don't lose my creature, and next turn I can swing for 3. But I was gonna follow up with this guy who has Bushido and First Strike, which would have meant when he tried to do that counterattack, bada boom, bada bing, I would have taken care of business. In fact, now if he tries to attack, bada boom, bada bing, I've got my Blade Master. In fact, not even attack, I'm gonna attack him. And we're gonna go bada boom, bada bing, and his creature's gonna die. Once more, so this will be an extra 2 damage in the air. He's gonna block this. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put down the Glory of Warfare in case he's got pump up. Does that deck have Giant Growth? I don't play Duels nearly enough. I need to play Duels more so that I can be more fully versed. Because I don't know if he has Giant Growth in that deck. If he does, it basically turns 3/3 into a 6/6. He's gonna let that all go through. What the hell? Why would... He must... What is he... Huh? You... What? What does he have? He's gotta have something. He must have something to get rid of my creatures. I don't know. Okay, here's a Fangren Firstborn. I keep calling him Fistborn. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each attacking creature. That's really good. Fortunately for him, though, he's not dead, but... Oh, yeah, he's actually... Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That wouldn't be enough. We're gonna burn his one potential blocking creature. While his creature would still die if he blocked my 4/2 first strike, it would also prevent this damage from going through. I don't want that damage to be prevented. I want it to go through. So this way now we can freely swing for 7. And I feel like this is pretty much the game. I don't envision him... I don't know what he could do at this point. If he has like a Prey Upon, he can force 2 creatures to fight. In which case he could kill one of mine. Actually, even could he? Yeah, he could kill my 1/3 flyer. But then he could block this. He could block one of them. All right, so he's gonna play Pulse the Tangle, put a 3/3. Yeah, okay, he gets a 3/3 blocker in play, and then he gets it. Well, we're gonna win in the air, or not quite, but close. Rock, oh, wait, what you need to block? You need to save all your blockers. Why would you attack with that? Okay, I block with this. That made no sense, because he could have double blocked a creature, and he would have been... I don't know why he did that. Alright, whatever. We're gonna swing with everything. 3 will go through in the air. One of my creatures will die, but so will both of his. 3 will go through in the air, putting him at 1. So he blocks that. This becomes a 4/3, and those both die. He blocks this. This has first strike though, so this lives. That gets pumped up because it's 3 damage though to his 3 health. He dies. He dies. He lives. I play 2 more creatures. I've got a guaranteed 3 in the air next turn. That... Again, who knows? Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. But he is at 1 health, so... Another pulse? That's not enough. And another creature, which is not enough because he needs, he needs to display a creature with reach, which he doesn't have here. He attacks with this 3/3 again, nonsensically. It's nonsensical. It's nonsensical. Wanted, wanted. Dead. He just wanted dead. I delivered. He's wanted dead or alive. I delivered dead. Do I still get my reward? I want to know if I still get my reward. I should still get my reward. What's the prize money? Wanted! I don't even know. Whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up this Friday Night Magic episode with Sword over the Samurai. Taking a look at the deck list. We're on Isamaru, the Hound of Konda. Devoted Retainer, at 4 of those. Is a 1/1 with Bushido 1. We've got a single Path to Exile. Fortunately, didn't get to play it. Really good single target removal. Really good for big threats or even just pushing through and getting past early game blockers. Steel Shaper's Gift. Good lord, if I could run 4 of these, I would. Lets you search for an equipment card and put it in your hand, only for 1 white. Because this deck has so few equipment cards, but they're so potent, it's really nice to have these in the deck. We've got the Konda's Hatamoto. It's a 1/2 Bushido 1 that, most importantly though, gets pumped up +1/+2 and has Vigilance if you have a legendary, if you control it, as long as you control a legendary, which this deck has lots of legendaries. We didn't get to see that come into effect, but we're supposed to with our legendary equipments and stuff, plus the Steel Shaper's Gift. This is supposed to happen more often. Unfortunately, it just didn't end up happening in the games that we saw. Hand of Honor, protection from black, Bushido 1, it's a 2/2 for 2 white. So good against the black zombie deck. The Moth Rider, flying Bushido 1 for 2. This card, game breaking. This card is so good. It is unbelievably good. Put 2 charge counters on it whenever it deals combat damage. Choose 1. Remove a counter. Creature gets +2/+2. Target creature gets -1/-1, or you gain 2 life. It is so good. Lightning Helix ×4 for target removal, plus a little bit of life gain. The Humorous, 2/1 flash. Tap creatures you control. Tapped creatures you control can block as though they were untapped. So you can play it after you've attacked, block an incoming attack. Kind of awesome. 2/2 first strike with Bushido 1 in the Blade Master. We get the Sword Fire Ice, giving a creature +2/+2, pro red and blue. And then you deal 2 damage and draw a card once it deals combat damage to a player. Sword of War Peace, +2/+2, protection from red and white. When it deals damage, combat damage to a player, they take damage equal number of cards in their hand, and you gain life equal number of cards in your hand. The Oathkeeper. Bump up creature +3/+1. When a creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control if it's a samurai. When this card dies, exile equipped creature. So basically, if they've got artifact removal, you're like, pfft. But if they don't, your creature keeps coming back, which is awesome. The Low Blood 3/2 has Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. That is pretty cool. Glory of Warfare, you saw why this is good. No, there's really nothing to say about it. It's just so good. The Stone Hewer Giants, 4/4 Vigilance, and then you can tap it, equip a creature, take an equipment from your library, and then put it right onto a creature you control. That card is amazing too. And then lastly, the Morning Star. This is good for like late game stuff. It's flying. It's a 5/5. You know, that's cool. Also, when it dies though, target player skips his or her next untap step, and you get to tap 5 permanents they control. So that includes lands, or you can just tap their creatures. All sorts of fun stuff like that. All right, guys, that is the deck. Swords of the Samurai here. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Friday Night Magic, coming to you on a Saturday. All right, whatever. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.